Children, today we are going to study about energy, okay? So first we are going to listen and read the page 82.
Energy produces all the changes around you. It is important for everything you do. Energy has different forms, and it can also change from one form to another.
Thermal energy.
Thermal energy is in anything that is hot. The sun produces lots of thermal energy. When you heat up a material, you add thermal energy to it. When you cool down a material, you take away thermal energy from it. As a consequence, a change of state occurs. If the thermal energy in a liquid increases, it becomes a gas. This process is called evaporation. If the thermal energy in a solid increases, it becomes a liquid. This process is called melting. If the thermal energy in a liquid decreases, it becomes a solid. This process is called freezing.
Okay, so here you have one type of energy, that is thermal energy. Energía térmica, produce different temperatures. So thermal energy is anything that is hot. For example, the sun produces lots of thermal energy. The sun gives us hot, so it produces thermal energy. When you heat up a material, when you heat up the food, for example, like here, you add thermal energy to it. Se añade energía térmica al objeto. But when you cool down a material, cool down means cuando se baja la temperatura de un material, you take away thermal energy from it. Lo que haces es quitarle temperatura. As a consequence, a change of state occurs. And we are going to see the 3 ways to change the state of a material. If the thermal energy in a liquid increases, it becomes a gas. This process is called evaporation, okay? When a liquid becomes a gas, this is evaporation. Then, when the thermal energy in a solid increases, it becomes a liquid. If we have, for example, butter, and we increase the temperature of butter, the butter is melting. La mantequilla se derrite si la calentamos, okay? And the sun evaporates water, okay? This is the example for evaporation. And finally, freezing. When we have a liquid and we decrease its temperature, it becomes a solid. Cuando bajamos la temperatura de un líquido, lo que hace es que se transforme en un sólido, porque lo que hacemos es congelarlo, freezing, okay? Like the ice creams that you have here. Okay, I think this is easy. Okay, now I'm going to explain the activities that you have to do. The first one is the activity 2 on this page, on page 82. And this activity say, what are the 3 changes of state? So the 3 changes of state you have here, what are these? Evaporation, melting, and freezing. Okay? And then the second question on the activity is, what happens to the thermal energy in each of them? You go to evaporation, and here say, if the thermal energy in a liquid increases, it becomes a gas. So this is what happened with the thermal energy in evaporation. Melting. If the thermal energy in a solid increases, it becomes a liquid. So this is what happens with thermal energy in melting. And if the thermal energy in a liquid decreases, it becomes a solid. This is what happened with thermal energy in freezing. Okay? So here on this part, you have the answer for both questions. Okay? Okay, and the second activity and the last one that you are going to do is the exercise 1. Okay? Yes, the exercise 1 on page 88. And in the exercise 1, you have to complete this summary. Okay? So you have matter. Here you have to write states of matter, or states only. And here physical changes. Okay? In the states of matter, liquid, solid, and gas. Physical changes, we have change of shape, that we are going to see this after, and changes of state. Okay? That you have to complete here, the missing one. Okay, and that's all. That's all what you have to do about science. I hope you understand. If you don't understand anything, you ask me, please, okay? On the email or on the blog, wherever you want. But you ask me, please. Okay, bye-bye. See you soon. Bye.